Hey guys, Alan with KONI Shock Absorbers here. I'm the North America Sales Manager. We're at Driver Motorsports in Virginia. We have this 2018 Volkswagen GTI here. We're actually going to be installing our new GTS Coilover kit on this car. This car is going to be competing at the SCCA Time Trial National Tour at Virginia International Raceway this weekend. So we'll be able to install the product and test it out this weekend. So what I'm holding is KONI's new GTS Coilover system. This is built off of our legacy sport damper technology. So that is a rebound adjustable damper. Comes with a camber plate. That's what you're gonna get with every kit on here. You're gonna get a helper spring and you're gonna get a linear spring rate on here. So what we wanted to do with this particular product is allow for, depending on application, but between 0 and 4 inches of drop, lowering of a vehicle through the threaded on here, through the threaded collar. The yellow is significant to the KONI Yellow Sports that everybody's going to be really familiar with. And we do have a linear spring that's traditionally a 2 1/4 inch diameter. So this is a product that through the adjustability, just like the KONI Yellow Sports, you're going to be able to change your spring rates as you want to further the kit, further your development as a driver, or just further the performance of it. It's a lot of value within the whole entire product and a trusted brand and a lot of technology and heritage that you're going to get. So let's get cracking on this. We'll get rid of these factory shocks that are just not going to live up to the performance level that the owner of this car is looking for. That's why they came to us for KONI. That's why we have this new kit. So let's get cracking. We got a little bit of work to do to get prepped for this weekend. So we're here, we got all of the OE parts off of the car. We got our new KONI GTS coilovers on the car. The installation is pretty simple. You do get a little bit dirty in them, but just really make sure, look through your torque specs, make sure your sway bar end lengths, everything that you removed, you've put back in reverse order. And then right now we're at a stage where we're actually gonna work on setting the ride height of the vehicle. So this is done with the spring seat. So in here there's a collar and we provide a tool, spanner wrench for you to thread these things up or down. One thing to note, when you do the install, it is a little easier if you spin the collars all the way down to allow a little bit more travel in the shock. But just remember when you try to get it off the lift that you're most likely not going to be able to. So if you're at home in your home garage on a jack stand, just take precautions to make sure that when you drop this thing down off of a jack, that nothing else is surrounding it, because it's going to be a lot lower than probably what you can even drive on it. So keep an eye on that part. And you lower the car down, start to get a visual view, do some measurements of where you want your ride height set, and then you come around and then you end up spinning this spanner wrench up to the adjusted desired ride height that you're gonna want. It's gonna take a little bit of time going back and forth, but that's really what this kit is. It's about dialing in your suspension, dialing in exactly what you want from performance and appearance. It's post-installation, prior to alignment. We're just making sure that everything is tight, all the fitment, we don't have any weird noises, characteristics of the car that we didn't have before. So you really just want to kind of drive it smoothly on a controlled environment, not around a bunch of traffic. Make sure you don't have any rubbing. If you have the aesthetic look that you want with this product, just make sure you're not too low and you're not binding or rubbing your tires or anything else, which could be unsafe. All right guys, so we're here. The Volkswagen GTI is finished. We finished the install on this. We installed the KONI GTS coilover kit. You guys saw some of the high points from the installation. It went really smooth. All of the attachment points are all factory oriented. So this car is set up for the Time Trial National event, which is where it's going to compete this weekend. The driver and owner of this car is an amateur racer who has a little bit of track time, not decades of it. So we picked a setup that's going to be able to accelerate his ability to get up to speed in a comfortable manner and really bring this GTI up to the potential that it can be. The valving, we ended up going kind of a little on the conservative side, but it's a little still on the aggressive side, kind of coming in the middle point. And this allows him to be able to turn the valving up, the rebound force up at the track, or be able to turn it back down on his way home if he's concerned with some type of comfort. We ended up dialing in the ride height on this vehicle. We're very familiar with the chassis. These cars like a little bit of reverse rake, so we applied some of that, set the ride height where we think he's going to be, have maximum grip and performance levels. We put the car on the alignment rack, dialed in his alignment, dialed in his camber, his toe, gave him all the tools he's going to need to be successful this weekend. Most importantly, to have fun with the car and to be able to enjoy the KONI GTS kit. We're looking forward to their feedback. He's looking forward to experiencing the car. All in all, it's going to be a great experience.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? I'm Kobe Shield. We're here at VIR for the SCCA Time Trial Nationals. I'm here in this Volkswagen GTI that's got a new KONI coilover setup on it. We're going to be testing it out, so I'm excited to see how it does. VIR is my home track. I've got a couple thousand laps here, do a lot of driver coaching and a lot of driver development here, so I know this place really well. So I think I can get everything we need out of this car and stay safe and see how the coilover system does. It'll be fun. Had a great afternoon. Finally got some sunshine and some clean laps. So my first impressions were great. They definitely stiffened the car up quite a bit over OEM. I would say I've driven a few of these cars on track, completely bone stock, and they're very soft. And so when cars are softer, it just kind of takes time for them to give you feedback. And with that, it kind of feels lazy per se. Whereas like this kind of erased that, made it feel much better, much more planted. The car's super predictable, and it was a ton of fun to drive. And so I appreciate Sean and the guys at SCCA and KONI for allowing me to do this with them, because it's been a blast this afternoon. And it definitely made some big improvements. And hey, the car went faster than I thought. I thought we were only gonna have like 217s were my first guess when we showed up, and the car ended up running a 216 this last session. I don't know if we can get into the 15s, it'd be really cool, but I don't want to get too carried away. But overall, A+, it's been a blast.
Biggest difference is body roll. It took a month to transfer weight from one side to the other before. There's so much anticipation before any corner and so much work beforehand, you never have time to gauge whether or not it's right. At new coilovers, it's quick. You know, it's a lot easier to get the feedback, like you said. It's quicker to process it and move on to the next thing. It's awesome.
Overall, the coilovers perform great. If you're looking for something just out of the box to kind of just improve everything overall for you, give you a little bit more of like an OEM plus, a stiffer feel, this is the way to go. Like Sean said, the car feels almost lazy out of the box, and this kind of takes all that away. So I think it's a big help for sure. And it gives you a lot more confidence, and it's way more predictable.
When they threw them on, I was told that they're adjustable. We turned them to about 40% stiff. So on the ride home, I might take them back to full soft so I have my, my nice daily driver back.